July 17th, 2024, Pine Ridge, Florida, north central Citrus County. We're going to give you a yard update. We got a lot of new berries right here. So, phase 2 of the Bird Bungalow, thus the sign, Bird Bungalow, is a massive amount of cleanup behind the weeping bottlebrush trees that we planted in the spring. And I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough as to what was done. We had a lot of brush, a lot of vines. The vines we pulled off trees were anywhere from 10 to 30 feet long. Some of them are a ½ inch in diameter, and I would say the tensile strength of these vines is greater than most ropes. I mean, it's just incredibly strong, and big, huge thorns. So we'll give you an idea what that looks like. Walk around. But all this area has been cleaned up. All the vines that were against this fence were cleaned up. So we're in the backyard. We're going to take a full tour. But this is the backyard. And one of the things that I featured earlier this year was this cabbage palm. So this has been cleaned up. We had 3 pine trees in the front that we removed so we could get a good view, which we'll take another view from the front. So we have a lot of low growth palmetto palms in the yard. Some of these were cleaned up a little bit, but mostly just debris and some palms, but a lot of vines that I raked up this morning and added to the pile. I'll give you a look at the pile in a second. This is pretty cool. These are palmetto berries. These have been around since forever. And they're harvested every year by local people that come in, and they have a rake, and they'll go to the palmetto palm area, and they'll harvest these with a rake and fill hundreds of pounds of berries and bring them to a processing center where they make vitamins. And again, it's a natural anti-inflammatory, so you can look it up online. But these grow big time. So here's the debris. This is probably 25 feet wide, 25 feet deep, and up to 6.5 feet tall. Here's a picture of one of these vines. Here's my finger. So you can see that they're pretty wide. Like this one right here is probably 3/8 of an inch wide. Here's a bigger one. This is probably a ½ inch wide. And these puppies are pretty mean. They've got big thorns, easy to get stabbed. And I want to do a shout out to Dan and Ryan from DZ Landscaping Services. They helped a lot. Today and yesterday I've just been doing raking and cleanup and trimming of the trees that we're going to leave here. So I still have probably 200 to 300 trees in the yard, and I've planted several dozen trees to make up for what we've taken out. But this room is sort of dedicated to woodpeckers. We get a lot of woodpeckers, and they love this suet. I've got 2 suet stands here, replacing suet on a weekly basis. One morning I came out and I saw 2 pileated woodpeckers enjoying this, and on the other J hook, which is right over here, we had 2 what I call unpileated woodpeckers, normal looking guys. Well, that's not fair to the pileated woodpeckers. They think they're normal looking. They look like Woody the Woodpecker, and they've got the adults have a wingspan, maybe 2 feet, maybe more, I don't know. You can look it up on Wikipedia, but anyway, we've got a lot of pileated woodpeckers, and I think we have a couple new families, which is pretty cool. So this bird bath is used by not only birds, but also bees. And it's early, so I don't see the bees out yet. But they enjoy these flowers, and we've seen hummingbirds and butterflies as well. So this is now the look of the expanded bird room, and we'll move along here. So this is the palmetto palm grove. Palmetto palms naturally can reach a maximum height of about 12 feet. And these guys are, I think, at least 12 feet tall. They might be 14 feet. So this is an extraordinary group of palmettos that were here naturally. They've been here forever. And a few years ago, we had a couple trees interfering with these guys, a pine tree and a turkey oak tree and so forth. And then JLB Tree Cutting Services did a super job for me on many occasions. They've been here probably a dozen times, but they cleaned this all up, and I put some old mulch down, and I keep it trimmed and clean. So these are great, and they're lit up at night by these landscape lights. And we have up here on the tree, we have a couple of moonlights that are on, I think, 3 trees that cast a shadow like a full moon. So this is the backyard. This is the whole yard I called the bird room. I've got almost 3,000 hours into it in the last 3 or 4 years. A lot of work. This is my little plant hospital, where any plant that's in trouble, I transfer over here. Happy to say that every single one of them is doing great. A lot of flowers for the bees, but they're all doing well. So you see a lot of pine needles here, right? Well, if you're not from this area, these pine needles are pretty extraordinary. Like, this is 9 inches. So this is about 14 inches long, and they'll grow anywhere from 12 inches to 14 inches in length, and they make great ground cover. So that's what I'm doing. I'm letting the pine needles just drop naturally, or refocus them. Got a lot of natural grasses that right now are flowering, and the bumblebees absolutely love these. This is a gift I got for Father's Day from my kids, the succulent plants, which we find this has been a new area of exploration. This is doing really well. Just do a little cleanup here. So let's show you what we got over here. These 2 plants are doing extraordinarily well. Beautiful small blue flowers. Some flax lilies here that I'm trimming down. Another one of these guys. There's some ligustrum. We'll continue to walk in the backyard. This is now my new look. This used to be completely cluttered with low growth, well, kind of looking like this. So on this side, we just had a bunch of low growth trees and vines and picker bushes and everything else that we cleaned up the past 3 days. So the birds are here all the time. In the spring we have sometimes thousands of birds in one day. that are transferring up north and migrating, and they eat a lot. This is a present from Karen, this nice bird bath. Got that for my birthday. Here's the chimenea and the fire pit, if you will. The lawn is coming along really great. I actually finally broke down and hired a company. So far so good, doing a great job. And this is the myrtle oak that is doing extraordinarily well. Probably gained 6 inches in the base, 20 feet in height since I had it trimmed by the arborists at JLH Tree Services. And this is another live oak right here. Another live oak here, doing really well. These are planted this year. These are low growth azaleas. This is the main restaurant for the birds, where they have a combination of suet and sunflower seeds. Seem to enjoy it. Here's a little island here. More pentas. This Carolina sapphire cypress tree is doing really great. Planted 3 years ago, only about a foot high, and it's gonna go to about 16 feet high, 16 feet wide. So it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And I've got 5 more out front. This is our sundial, which keeps good time. Here's the assortment of bird feeders that we have. Again, the lawn's doing great. These are blueberry bushes that haven't produced any berries yet. This is their second year. I trimmed them back. They haven't flowered yet, so we have to see what happens there. This is another live oak that I trimmed. This is a very good news story. We just here's our bluebird house. We just hatched 5 eggs, and within a week we have, because I cleaned it out, I cleaned out the nest, which you're supposed to do with, rubber gloves, and just clean it out. Nothing, just with your hands. And got a new nest already, which is kind of exciting. I guess the word's out, this is a good place to have a family. And we had a big family last time that just left the nest. They're probably still hanging around here with their parents. 5 babies. Pretty cool. So this is a nice, huge holly tree that's doing great. Let's open this up.